This week's episode of Bariatric TV is sponsored by Building Blocks Vitamins' new Black Raspberry Calcium Chewables. With just 2 of these delicious Black Raspberry Chewables, you'll get 1,200 milligrams of calcium citrate. That's 120% of your daily value. Give them a try today. This week's episode of Bariatric TV is sponsored by Bariatric Advantage, the most complete line of micronutrient replacements specifically designed for the weight loss surgery patient. Help support the show by ordering your Bariatric Advantage products directly from the BTV e-store.
Hola, y'all. I'm Linda.
And I'm Tony. We have a fabulous show for you this week.
We start with a drop zone freak who wants to live.
Walking, why do it alone when you can do it with buddies?
Is obesity a disease?
And a dramatic review of the new calcium offering from the folks over at Building Blocks Vitamins.
This week's Drop Zone Freak is not only a successful post-op, but a successful jewelry designer who's had her creations shown on the Today Show.
We're getting famous freaks!
This week's DZF is Patricia Ann Miller, and she went from 270 pounds to 138.
Patricia says that she's happy she had weight loss surgery because I want to live as long as I can for the people who love me.
Wow, Patricia, you look great. Please send us your address and phone number to feedback@bariatrictv.com so we can get some Revival soy chips headed your way.
And if you freaks are interested in Patricia's jewelry designs, you can see them at patriciamillerdesigns.com.
Hey Patricia, how about kicking over some free jewelry?
I have to say that you freaks are really coming through and sending us your drop zone submissions, so keep them coming.
Not so much on your commercials.
Email us your before and afters, or before and durings, or just simply your befores, as well as one sentence on why you're glad you had weight loss surgery, to feedback@bariatrictv.com.
Just like Patricia did. Nice job, Patricia. One sentence.
Soy chips. You know you want them.
Hey, let's walk on over to the dumping ground.
These boots were made for walking.
And that's just what they'll do.
One of these days, these boots are gonna
Walk all over you. You're giving us that look again, Tony.
Are you done?
I don't feel good.
I have to say, when we ask, you deliver. We asked for drop zone submissions, we got them. We asked for show ideas, we got them. We asked for $1 million?
Did we get $1 million?
Nope. But I'm gonna keep on asking. What do we have to lose?
Yeah, send us $1 million, will ya?
Kick down with a cool, cold, hard cash, cuckoos.
Seriously though, we asked you to let us know about anyone in the community who deserves a shout out, and well, you did just that.
Recently, we received an email from Susie Unupi wanting us to give a shout out to her walking buddies.
Susie's gal pal, Virginia Cooper, who's also known as Virginia Ann 1975 on YouTube, is one of those buddies and deserves a big ol' shout out as well.
Virginia started an online walking group at WLSWalkingBuddies.com. It's an online community of friends who are either post-op or pre-ops who are thinking about having surgery. The one thing that they all have in common is their chosen form of exercise. They walk.
They're all at different fitness levels, and some of them average 4,000 or 5,000 steps a day. Some other real go-getters get up to 10,000 steps or more each day.
10,000?
They all use the same type of pedometer and upload their stats each week. At the end of the month, they compare their stats and award first, second, and third place winners, as well as the most improved winner of the month.
Wow, that sounds pretty organized. Do they win $1 million if they come in first?
No. They get medals, and then there's a traveling trophy that goes to the first place winner, and it changes hands monthly, or stays put if the same person wins. Susie has been the first place winner for the last 3 months.
That's awesome, Susie. You're bogarting the trophy.
Bogarting, that's exactly what I was thinking. Bogarting the trophy, Susie. Nice.
That's awesome, Susie! And thanks for letting us know about Virginia. Sounds like she's a member of the community that's really giving back and paying forward.
If you want to find out more about the group, you can check them out at WLSWalkingBuddies.com. Check the About page for information and requirements on joining the group if you too want to have a walking buddy.
Nice work, Susie and Virginia. You found a great way to build a community around and add some fun to a daily walking routine.
And speaking of walking, why don't we walk on over to Altered Reality?
Yeah, this is the walking script. We're doing a lot of walking.
obesity, is it a disease or not?
Advocates believe that if it's designated a disease, the issue will be taken more seriously.
While those opposed say it will negate personal and societal responsibility.
Dr. Gonzalez Campoy, who's the Chief Executive Officer of the Minnesota Center for Obesity, Metabolism, and Endocrinology, believes that obesity is a disease and it should be treated as such.
Paul Handel, MD, a Houston urologist who works on obesity issues, believes that obesity is a serious problem, but it's not a disease in its own right. He believes that obesity may lead to diseases, but that calling obesity a disease implies that individuals have no control over what is happening to them.
And that's only 2 docs out of the hundreds of thousands out there, all with a difference of opinion.
Perception is reality. No, perception is everything.
That's not what it is.
Perception is everything. Those in favor of calling obesity a disease say that it's a way to stop the common practice of just telling people to diet and exercise.
And how many times have we all heard that?
On the other side of the fence, they're saying that if you call it a disease, then you don't have to take full ownership for your lifestyle habits.
Well, let me toss this into the mix. If we take the weight issue in the opposite direction and look at an anorexic, that's considered a disease. Why not just tell the anorexic to change their lifestyle habits and eat more and exercise less?
Well, one thing's for certain, the establishment can't decide on it either. If it's not a disease, then what is it? Is it a moral issue? Is it a problem with self-control?
According to Dr. Alan Whitgrove, MD, who is the medical director of the Whitgrove Bariatric Center right here in La Jolla, obesity is not just a risk factor for something else. It's the problem. To say that it's a symptom or a condition is to gloss it over. It's a disease.
And not only do docs weigh in on this on opposite sides, but factor in the insurance companies and you have yourself one heck of a mess.
So I guess the definitive answer to all of this is, there really isn't one. Some factions treat obesity much like they do alcoholism and drug addictions,
while others continue to shout that diet and exercise is the key to a slim existence. I know you, like me, dieted and exercised enough for 10 lifetimes, and what did it get us? Not a whole lot.
So freaks, is obesity a disease? We don't have an answer for that. Best we can do is continue to be good ambassadors for the positive outcome of weight loss surgery.
Keep fighting with those insurance companies that turn you down. Educate the naysayers who would have us believe that surgery is the easy way out.
Until the medical profession can collectively agree on this question, all we can do is freak on. San Diego, a bustling city of dedicated citizens, hardworking and upstanding. They believe in a healthy lifestyle. Part of this lifestyle is supplements, nutritional supplements, supplements that are good, sometimes too good. A rash of stolen supplements has taken over this city, stolen from those that desperately need them. Those stolen supplements show up on the streets. Multis, Calcies, Benny 12s. That's where I come in. I'm Sergeant Tuesday, Anesta Tuesday. My friends all call me Ness. And I work for SUPNET. "6:25 p.m. Tuesday. I arrive at Mrs. Miriam Johnson's house. She's just been the victim of theft, supplement theft. So, Mrs. Johnson, you reported some missing supplements?
Yes, officer. I usually keep them on my nightstand, but when I woke up this morning, they were gone.
I see. Was the whole bottle missing?
No, the bottle was still there, but I noticed that there was quite a few chewables missing from it.
Do you have the bottle, ma'am?
Why, yes, officer. It's right here.
Just what I thought. Building blocks, black raspberry calcium chewables. These things are popping up on the streets like daffodils on a fresh spring day. The perps are calling them blackies. Can you tell me why you have these?
Why, yes, officer. I had weight loss surgery, and I need to take calcium supplements.
Go on. What can you tell me about these in particular?
Well, they're delicious. I sort of think of them as a daily treat.
The facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
Oh, well, each tablet has 600 milligrams of calcium citrate, 800 IUs of vitamin D, and 400 milligrams of magnesium.
And the daily dosage, ma'am?
Well, it's 2 tablets a day.
Just 2, huh? Do you mind?
Well, no, officer. Go right ahead.
You're right. They are tasty. I can see why these perps get addicted. Where did you purchase these supplements, ma'am?
Oh, officer, I didn't purchase this bottle. It was given to me free for the purpose of a review.
No matter, ma'am. A theft is a theft. So the supplements were there when you went to bed last night, and this morning they were missing?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
And your husband, where was he?
My husband? Why, well, you don't think that he...
I'm sorry, Miss Johnson. It's a standard question. I have to ask.
Well, he was here all night. He went to bed at the same time I did, but he left for work before I woke.
Do you know where he is now, ma'am?
Well, I assume he's on his way home from work. Actually, he should be arriving at any time.
What's going on here? Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Ness Tuesday from Central Division SUPNET. Your wife had some supplements go missing. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Well, I guess that's all right.
When you left this morning, did you notice your wife's supplements on the nightstand?
Well, yes, they're always there.
Look, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to cut to the chase here. Did you take any of those supplements?
Now look here, officer, I don't know what you're implying.
I'm not implying anything, just asking a question. Do you mind turning out your pockets, Mr. Johnson?
My pockets? Now come on, officer. Miriam can tell you I'd never steal from her. Tell her, Miriam, tell her.
Oh, Howard, please just do as she asks.
But Miriam.
Please, Howard. Oh, Howard, how could you?
I'm sorry, Miriam. I'm sorry. It's just that they're so good.
Hands behind your back, Mr. Johnson. I'm going to have to take you downtown.
I'm sorry, Miriam. I'm so sorry.
8:26 p.m., Mr. Howard Johnson was booked into the county jail for supplement theft. He was convicted and sentenced to 27 years in the state penitentiary. As for me, I went to bbvitamins.com, picked up a bottle of black raspberry calcium chewables at $17, because at that price, they're a steal.
The story you have just seen is fictional. The names were changed to protect any other fictional characters with the same name as the characters in the preceding fictional story.
That's all for this week, freaks, but you know where you can find us.
We'll be back here next week. Until then, you know the drill.
Send us your show ideas and product recommendations to feedback@bariatrictv.com or post them on the forums at bariatrictv.com/forums.
And visit us at btvstore.com to order up all your bariatric goodies.
See ya!
I have to say, when we ask, you deliver.
Not on our commercials, though.
No.
Lame.
No, you have not delivered on the commercials, people.
Could you do some commercials, please? We got nothing.
A big old goose egg.
I'm going to take all the Da Vinci syrups for myself.
I mean,
Split
your
'em.
odds are really good at winning.
If one of you just does a commercial, you're the winner.
Yes, officer. I usually keep them on my nightstand, but when I...